Hi friends, welcome to Aishudiy. Today we will learn how to make a simple bracelet, and this bracelet is actually very easy to make, and you can do multiple such bracelets, and it's perfect for the spring and summer season. And for this project we need 20 gauge wire, 26 gauge wire or 24 gauge wire should be good, and um, some Chinese knotting cord. This Chinese knotting cord is 0.8 millimeter in thickness, and you can use that, or you can use what is that, Eslon or Ceylon cord, or any cord that you want. Doesn't matter the thickness, you can use much thicker than this too, but I chose to use this. So that is that. First we will create a central focal part of the bracelet, and then we will move on to the uh, wrist part of the bracelet. And then for that, tools wise, you need all your basic tools: round nose pliers, wire cutters, and needle nose or tweezer nose pliers, plus nylon jaw pliers if you have one, to straighten out the wire, or wire straightener, and a ruler for measurement. So I have here about, say, so about 10 centimeter of wire is what I am hoping for. And then that's all we need from the 20 gauge. And then about the 26 gauge, we need a little bit more. I have here 24 gauge, and I don't want to work with 26 gauge, so that's why I'm taking 24. You can also work with so about, say, 18 inches of wire. You can also do with 26 gauge wire. It's just my preference. So here is it. And take this, then flush cut both the ends. Need to make sure you flush cut. And this is a piece. So I'm taking this 24 gauge wire, and I'm just going to keep it on one side, just like that, and make a bend, and then continue wrapping that. So you can use your pliers to wrap it. That way you don't overlap. The wrap. Okay. And you can move this to this side because I want to add beads and wrap here. So here we go. Adjust your coils. Make it right next to each other and neat and tidy. And snip off the short tail. Just make sure it doesn't fly around the room. Just tuck the tail in. This is what we have so far. If your wire is a little bit bent, use your nylon jaw pliers to straighten it out. And then you have this. It's about 1 centimeter right here. I'm leaving some space. Then I'm adding one bead. This is 8 millimeter bead. You need a round bead per se, but you can also get away with a little bit oval beads or so. I'm using 8 millimeter. You can use any size you want. So all I will do is I'll just go around this bead and circle this bead once. Make sure it's nice and tight. Don't leave any gap. and then go around the bead and come down and up, and then go around the beads and then come back down, then come up, and then go around the beads once, then come back down. So totally it's 5 times, 3 on one side and 3 on the other. And then when you come here, just make sure you tighten that wrap and do a couple of wraps on top. 3 wraps is good enough. Make sure all your wraps are right next to each other and they don't go overboard. And do the same for this side too. This is what I have so far. And then add the next bead onto the wire. The same thing. Go around the bead and then twist the bead instead of twisting the wire. That way it will be easier. Then come around here and twist the entire thing. And now go around and then twist this and then come to the back and twist once and then come to the back and twist here 1, 2 and 3. Okay, this is what we have so far. I think the second one is much better than the first one, so you learn by your mistakes, I guess. So there we go. And then now add the next bead. The same thing. Go around the bead. Now I am putting the wire on top of the 20 gauge. And then instead of going with the wire, I'm just holding it right there and twisting this entire thing. That way it comes out much tighter, as you can see. And then come around and above the wire. Just make sure everything is okay. Okay. Just make sure this is on a circle, and there we go. And now just twist the entire thing once and then come around again the second time. Go up on top, go around, and then come to the back and then go up on top and go to the back. And then while coming up, you come in the front and do 3 wraps. Okay, now take the next bead. Just snapping my nails as I go by. Okay, so make sure everything is on the same side. So here we go. My wire is coming from the bottom, so I'm just going around the bead and on top of the 20 gauge wire. Make a circle, come back down on the other side, up in the front and go behind, and then come back around. This time put the wire right next to it, and then come in the front, go around once, make sure they are together, then come back up and hold this and rotate this entire thing. That way it's easier. And then again come back one more time. So 2 on one side and 3 on the other side. 1, 2, and 3. Once you have your loop, add the final bead. Come around on the top of the bead, circle once, go back, and circle once more, and then come back, circle once more, and go back, circle once more, and then come back again, making sure it encompasses the bead just like that. Then go to the top and then wire wrap it a couple of times. Now snip off the excess wire, tuck the tail in. For tucking the tail, there is one more thing that you can do is you can use your crimping pliers to actually kind of go ahead and do this. That way it will easily do it. So that's a tip that you can use. And then just make sure all these wraps are right next to each other and not really wide. And then kind of straighten this out, and then it kind of moved towards this side, so if possible okay, then what you do is actually let's try pushing these. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my round nose pliers and roll it. I'm not making a wrap loop, but I'm rolling it like this, and I'm going to make it right on top of the bead just like that. Then over here I'm doing the same thing, so make sure everything is on the straight line, and then you can snip off the excess wire. Take your pliers and then just roll it. I want the roll to sit on top of the coil that we made. Okay, just make sure. There we go. So just like that, and ours is ready. The centerpiece is ready. Just bend it a little bit, and then your centerpiece is ready. Okay, Then we are going to make the side ones. The side ones can be made, this is how it will look. There we go. So this is it. Now we are going to take our cords, Chinese knotting cord. About 24 inches of cord. I need to take 24 inches. For 24 inches, and then a 10 inch for the clasp. So this is a short one. We'll have the short one there. Then all the 24 inches is right here. So we don't need the tools anymore. So off with the tools. All we need is this. So what you need to do is take one of the 24 inches, and then put it through this loop that we have here. Okay, one of the loop, just keep it right here, and then take the other 24 inch, put it underneath this wire right here, and then tie an overhand knot. Right next to the loop. Okay, then we are going to do our macrame square knots. That's all the P's and Q's. We have 4 strands. We consider the center 2 strands as our main strand, and then these are knotting strands. We keep a Q, and then take the right cord and then put it on top of this, and then take the end of the cord, go underneath all these things into this Q, then take it out and then knot it. So you can tape this to your table, that way it will be easier, or you can use a macrame board. And then now it's a P, same thing, take the left cord, put it on top of this, then go underneath all the 2 center cords and into the P, and then pull through. This is 1 square knot of macrame. So I'll continue macrameing the entire way until I reach the distance of about, this one is about, say, 2.5 inches. So we need 2.5 inches for this side and 2.5 inches for that side. That will make it around 7.5 inches, I say. So 2 here, 2 there, that will make around less than 7, 6.5, and then you can add a small piece for the clasp. So I'll start doing my P's and Q's, and I'll see you guys back here. You can also use any cord like hemp cord, or you can use your S-lawn or C-lawn or satin cord. Satin cord looks like this. So you can use any cord you want, and you can use any thickness you want, because as long as it goes through the loop, you don't have any bead to attach. So it's pretty much straightforward. You can use any size cord you want.